What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the one and only Prince the Proof, Quadash, coming at y'all again with yet another video, man, on this lovely Monday night, man. Just got out the shower, y'all, man, and your boy was thinking about something, man. Kind of just tying into the last video I made, right, about being successful, right, or just applying yourself, right, as a man in his life, right. And I was just want to piggyback off that video, right, because it's something that's very, very important for guys, right? Guys that seek relationships, guys that's interested in women and stuff like that, right? It all comes from just being a man at the end of the day. You know, like a lot of guys, you see them out here, right? I see guys online complaining and shit about these women, right? And a lot of times these guys, they not even on top of their game. Like, these guys ain't even got no mission. These guys are living off their girls and shit like that, or they still staying with their mama and all types of shit like that, you know, but they complain about a woman, right? A woman ain't gonna ever follow a man that's not on mission, right? And as she does start off to follow a man that's on mission, over time she gonna lose attraction to him. It's gonna fall apart, right? Because you can see that a lot of times with just hood guys and shit like that, dudes that's from the hood. You know, a lot of times they just sell them this persona of this hyper masculine guy and shit like that, and then time goes on and shit start falling apart. You know, and you know, there's sometimes women do stay in a relationship, but you know, there's times where women, they actually lead a relationship, right, or they end up cheating on the guy, right, because at the end of the day, right, you can't expect a woman to follow you if you ain't leading. Right, and what I mean by that is it's not necessarily leading a woman. It's about leading yourself. Right, you being a man that have a mission. You be a man of means. You being a man that got your shit together. You know, that type of shit. Right, if you ain't got your own place, like you shouldn't be worrying about a woman. You ain't got no car, you shouldn't be worrying about no woman. If you don't have no money coming in, you shouldn't be worrying about no money or no woman. You know, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be worrying about a woman, right? Because your basic foundation, your basic essentials of life, you don't even have together. You don't have the resources, right? So how can you lead a woman if you can't lead yourself, right? Y'all guys gotta start there. Y'all gotta think there, right? I know the women be fine. I know y'all be wanting to hit. I know y'all be wanting to get it in, right? And there ain't nothing wrong with that, right? That's human nature. That's primal, you know. But at the end of the day, you gotta have your stuff together as a man if you want a woman to follow. You gotta be leading. You gotta lead yourself. You gotta have self-discipline. Right, you gotta have a work ethic. You gotta have a plan. You gotta have a vision, right? And a lot of guys, that's what really hinders a lot of guys. You know, just to be honest, they don't have a vision. They don't have a plan, or they just don't have a foundation. A woman's nature is all over the place. They're chaotic, right? A man is more linear, straight, direct. You know, if you go back to this reproduction, a man's sperm going to hunt that egg. You know, a woman is all over the place. They're emotional beings. We're emotional too, but we're logical first. We're more left brain. We're more left brain inclined than a woman. A woman's more right brain, intuition, spontaneity. Like they're more chaotic and stuff. Man is more logical, right? And me, I'm both brain. I'm both sides. You know, because I actually cultivated that side of my brain, right? Just being a spiritually awakened guy and shit like that. You know, you develop that right side, that right brain, you know, right? The intuition side and all that, right? Your feminine side and you know, all that, right? There's nothing wrong with having a feminine side. I'm going to say that right now, you know, because feminine is like, if you trying to learn something out in this world, you got to listen to somebody. You got to be feminine. You got to be receptive. That's all feminine means, just being receptive. Don't mean you're a woman. You know, as a man, you got to have both sides, right? You can't be logical all the time. You got to be able to have a space for emotion. You gotta be willing to understand emotion, have emotional intelligence, as they say, right? Be able to discern. You know, you gotta have both sides. You know, to yourself as a man to be a complete man. Because if you're not, you're unbalanced. You're not really fully in your divinity, right? Because nature in itself is sexual. You know, you gotta have the masculine and the feminine. You know, the positive and the negative charge. You know, like a wave, you got to have the crest with the trough, or it's going to be a straight line, it's going to be void, right? So you got to have both sides. You got to be balanced, right? But just to get back to the topic, a lot of guys just got to understand, right? Women ain't hard, bro, right? A lot of times women run game on guys that's not on top of their shit. You know, or guys that just slow, guys that just stupid, or guys that just they leave with their wallet, or they just leave with stuff like that. You know what they got, right? And women be like, okay, I'm finna get his ass. You know, I'm gonna get his ass because he's flying. I'm gonna get his ass. You know, it's like you going to the hood, and then there's a lot of hood guys and shit. They see you coming down and shit, you flexing and flying. Now they finna rob your ass, right? That's how the woman is. She finna rob your ass up here first, thinking that she really fuck with you and everything, and she's just gonna take you down through there and cuck your bitch ass. Real talk. That's how it go. Like when guys be going through relationship problems, it's because these guys, one, they're weak, and then two, the woman just take advantage of you, right? They put that pussy on you. That's it. You know, for a lot of guys, they get that dip a couple of times, right, from that woman. They gone. That's a drug to them, right? Because it's draining your life force. It's putting you more on your feminine side. You know, women know that. Women be running game. I had a friend that had that happen to him. He was masculine as hell. He was handling business. His woman was following and shit like that. But he ended up just kept hitting. Just stayed in that water. And you know, dude, he just started getting too passive. Started letting his woman do whatever. You know, and I can see it in his kids. You know, his kids will start being disrespectful and shit, right? So it all starts with you as a man out here, right? If you want a woman to follow, you got to be leading yourself, right? You got to have that vision. You got to have that plan, you know? You got to be out here really getting to it. You got to be out here really trying to make a way, right, for yourself, right? It's like the saying, you can't love somebody without first loving yourself. You can't lead nobody without leading yourself first, right? Ain't nobody going to respect you if you don't respect yourself. You gotta have discipline. You gotta have a work ethic. You gotta be willing to get shit done, right? By any means necessary. You gotta take that risk as a man. I'm telling y'all real talk, bro. For the guys that's younger or older than me, I'm finna be 26, bro, this month. You know? I'm finna be 26 this month, and I'm just spending some real shit. You know? You gotta have a plan. You gotta have your basics in line if you want a woman to at least respect you. A woman got to respect you about something. She got to respect your mindset. She got to respect the way you handle shit. You know? She's not just going to look at you like, oh, he just a piece of dick. He just a piece of meat and shit. That's it. Like, after she get over that little quick phase and shit, she going to be looking at, like, what this dude got going on? What do he think like? How does he handle business? Like, how does he hold himself out here in this social world? You know? Like, you looking at all that, right? If you don't got a plan, don't worry about women, y'all. Telling y'all, don't worry about no woman. Get your life together first, bro. And it's okay to be alone, bro. It's okay to drop people. I don't hang with nobody, bro. I don't even see my family, bro. I don't have time for negativity. I don't have time for games and bullshit. I'm here trying to better myself. I'm out here really just really trying to just improve my life, improve myself as an overall quality man. And I ain't letting nothing get in the way of that. You know, you gotta be willing to take it to that extreme. Even if you have a girl, if your girl don't get on board with what you're doing, let's say, like, for example, getting in shape, getting in the gym and shit like that, eating healthy and shit like that, right? If you make it up in your mind, like, hey, this is what I'm finna do, this is what I'm finna stick to for the next couple of months, and there's no excuses, I'm doing this, and your woman don't want to get on board, she gotta go, she gotta get fired. You gotta give her a termination. You gotta terminate that. You gotta write that out. Hey, you gotta go. Say, hey, you don't want to get on board with what I'm doing, you gotta go, because you ain't finna hinder me. You gotta take it to that extreme, right? You gotta get up early when you don't want to get up. You gotta do what you gotta do when you get off your 12-hour shift, right? You gotta be willing to do that, right? You gotta do that shit when you tired. But there's been times where I got off work, y'all. I got off work, working, 12 hours. I ain't had no taste buds. I was up for almost 2 days straight. No taste buds. Lost my taste buds. Right? Because I was sleep deprived. You know, I was working, I was grinding. But I said, you know what? Later on today, I got to go train. I got to get my food in. I'm on the couch with no taste buds, falling asleep eating my food, bro. You know? I take it to that extreme. You got to willing to take it to that extreme. To where you sleep deprived and you still getting shit done. When you tired and you still getting shit done. The days where you don't want to do shit and you still getting shit done. Regardless. No excuses, right? Because that's what guys lose at. Your mindset. Your mind control your body. If your mind is weak, your body's gonna be weak. The actions you take is gonna hinder you. It's gonna be detrimental. Because you don't have focus, you don't have drive, you don't have that go get it in you. You don't have discipline, right? A man without discipline is subject to vanity. Real talk. If you don't have discipline, you subject to vanity. You subject to anything happening to you, bro. You subject to your life falling apart, right? Because you don't have no structure. You don't have it in you to say, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not eating that. No, I'm not spending this, right? And we all got shit that we fuck up on. You know, we all had times where we slacking. Everybody does. We human, right? We be having other shit going in our life, right? You got to be willing to catch yourself and be like, okay, I see I'm messing up right there. You got to fix it right there, right? Because if you don't, you're going to create that loop. You're going to create that pattern, right? Until you break it, right? If you want a pattern of addiction or something like that, you choose if you want to break that, right? You choose that, well, not break it. You choose if you want to change that into a positive addiction, right? I can take this. I can give y'all this example. A couple of years ago, I was an alcoholic. I used to drink all the time. I said, you know what? Fuck that alcohol. You know what? I'm going to start getting in the gym. I'm finna get in shape, right? Right? And at the time, I was still drinking like once a week. I'm going to keep it honest. But after a while, I start saying, man, you know what? That shit is nasty. That shit is hindering my progress. I don't need that no more, you know? And I slowly just weaned myself off of it. And I said, you know what? These fruit juices, this water, you know, the shit that I drink throughout the day, this gallon of water, these fruit juices, these vegetables, that's going to take place of that alcohol. I feel better. I don't need no chemical. I don't need no chemicals or nothing like that to feel good. I feel good just on my vibration, my diet, my lifestyle. I feel good, hella good, every day. Even if there's days where I feel a little under the weather, and that's rare. I'm still all right. I ain't fucked up, right? You know, and yeah, sometimes in life you're gonna go through hard times. So you gotta grow from that. You gotta introspect it, like, okay, why am I going through this? You know, how can I get out of this? You know, you gotta think like that as a man, not looking at how what time you're in, how the adverse situation you're in. You gotta be like, how can I get out of this shit? You know, how can I pave a way? That's all it is about being a man. It's being a man of principle, being a man of honor. It is being a man of action. You gotta be a man of action if you want honor. You want to be a man of honor. You know, you gotta be about action. You gotta get shit done. You gotta apply yourself. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line as a man. You want a woman, you gotta apply yourself. Woman ain't finna come to you. You gotta speak, right? And if they do come to you, you gotta be a guy that can hold a conversation, right? It don't matter how good you look. You know, I talk to women of all ages. Right, and we just have intellectual conversation. We just have it may be small talk, right? Because I don't be trying to get at them, but I can. A lot of women put themselves in a way for me to get at them. But do I gotta act on that? No, because I had a power in that. Right, I choose if I want to act on that. You know, it's up to me. It's up to my discretion. Right. So if a woman ain't respecting you, a woman ain't following you, it's on you as a man. You're not leading. There's something wrong. Right. So y'all guys keep that in mind. Keep that in mind and just work on it. If you ain't in that place, right, to where, you ain't in the best situation, work on it. Take it one step at a time. You'll get further by doing things in a smaller quantity, right? You'll get further by focusing on that one thing than looking at the whole big picture of this big mess. Focus on one thing at a time. Like if you have a dirty ass house or some shit, start picking your clothes up a little bit at a time. Don't look at all these clothes right here, all these dishes right here. Focus on one dish at a time. Stay in the present. You know, and you'll be good. You'll be okay. You know, so y'all guys, y'all really focus out here, man, and y'all be your best selves, man. Don't complain about these women. Become the best man you can be. At the end of the day, become the best man you can be, because ain't nobody gonna do it for you. And and nobody don't care if you a man out here and you ass out. Nobody don't care, right? A lot of times they don't care. You know, you may have some friends or family that may, try to give you a push, but you gotta be the one that be willing to climb that mountain. You know, they can push you all day. You got to climb that mountain, though, yourself. You got to be willing to get to that mountaintop, right? So, y'all guys, y'all have a good night, man. Y'all keep grinding. Y'all keep focusing, man. And, yeah, man, see y'all. Until next time, I'll see y'all, man. Go, man. Peace.